Treasure Hunter has finally left the game, and it's definitely for the better. The revival and a new era of RuneScape is in motion. And with its removal, it's made me want to jump right back into the game and give mainscape a go once again. Something I have not done for many years, as I've predominantly been an Ironman player. But if we are jumping straight into a new account, we obviously need to set ourselves some goals, and I have 4 in mind. The first is to max by the end of the year. This will really take into account how much Treasure Hunter may or may have not affected leveling up in mainscape. Obviously, the questscape is a goal for most accounts, and it is one of ours as well. Obtaining a 1 bill cash stack is something I've dreamt about in the past but never achieved, so it seems like a perfect goal for this account. And finally, obtaining the Reaper title, a reward for completing one of every single boss in the game. With all 4 of these goals, I can truly say we have touched the majority of the game and what it has to offer, so we can really say we have tried mainscape once again. So let's jump right back into the account. So I decided I should probably get some early combat levels, especially in attack, strength, defense, and whatever they are on constitution. So that is why we have done Fight Arena, as that gets us straight up to 29 attack. I can probably go and finish Soul's Bane now as well actually, but I also think it's worth doing the 2 gnome quests. I might as well unlock Necromancy over at so there's that, and I feel like there's another one I'm missing. Oh, Waterfall quest is probably worth doing, and then I guess maybe Witch's House. That'll get us in some decent, like, stats, I guess. Finishing off, we have returned the second lot of orbs for this king, and it should... Oh, I forgot there's a cutscene. Well, it's not even a cutscene, is it? It's more just... You can't move, a chant happens, some orbs... Oh, is it a cutscene? I don't really know. I guess it is and it isn't. But anyway, it does give us attack XP. Yes, it does. 35 attack. Pretty nice. Holy Grail. Beneath. Oh, it might be worth doing Beneath Cursed Tides as soon as possible as well. Yeah. I just realised if I want to get to Prif, I need to be training range. Range is a pain. I don't know how I'm going to do that yet. Okay, and using the urn on the chalice will be Waterfall quest. A load of combat XP, bringing us to 40 attack, 30 strength. Pretty nice. We can definitely now finish off whatever it was doing. Soul's Bane. Yeah, melee is now our best combat stat, which maybe we'll take advantage of. I don't know. Cool, so we have just gone back and done ourselves a Soul's Bane, talking to Tolan here, which I probably said wrong, but I say everything wrong, so what's new there? Anyway, this should complete the quest, and it will be the last Pathfinder quest of our list. We don't really need the XP. Honestly, like, it's not a difficult quest, but for, like, you should get such a little XP for what it's worth. But I am going to take a little bit of a break from questing. There are obviously a couple more I want to complete, such as Witch's House, and to be fair, I can probably make my way to Monkey Madness, thinking about it. That shouldn't be too difficult. But we have obviously 15 mil, and I've been debating what to do with it. Obviously we can buy some gear upgrades, but we don't. It's not that important at the minute, with our levels being as low as what they are. But what I did think would be very useful to go and do is... words. Buy some bones. I'm going to buy some dragon bones. They are relatively cheap. We can afford more expensive ones, but I'm a cheapskate. I'm going to buy some dragon bones, get ourselves minimum 46 prayer for protection from necromancy. Not that we probably need that one. I might just go for the solid 50, to be fair, thinking about it. Because, yeah, just protection prayers early on is very nice. And we're not doing any advanced combat, but I mean, I'll take protection prayers. I'll take protection prayers any day of the week. So, for 46, I need 200 and something, 255, which is basically 10 invents. But I might as well go for the 50. Actually, what's it for the 75? Can I afford that? Because that's literally a Prifrec off the rip. 75 is only 606 mil. It's 4k dragon bones though, which is somewhat long. We don't need 75 just yet. I'll get the 50 though. Because why not? Which is, according to the calculator, only 387 bones, which is half a mil basically. More than likely we'll go to the Chaos Altar in the Wildy. You know what, it's probably worth doing Fort at some point. There's things which I normally do on an Ironman like straight away, like Anachronia. Archaeology early on is priority, especially for hardcores, for just like the Fortin boost. Anachronia is an early one. I guess Brushing Ports normally is, and then Fort I normally do quite early on, but on this I'm not really too fast because we don't exactly need much of it, really. I mean, Anachronia is nice no matter what. But yeah, it is a bit weird. There is definitely some differences I've already noticed. That is some of them just priorities early on. But yeah, now I'm just rambling for the sake of rambling. Let's go use these dragon bones. Ah, there we go. We have hit the 50, which is pretty nice. That's a load of quest requirements, jeez. But I just wanted the protection prayers, and we have a little bit extra prayer to play around with. Wait, is that a Temple Stendenstein rag? I think it is. It is. We can technically do it once we... So there's a treasure you need to do. I wonder if it's worth doing that and getting curses. Maybe? I could be getting ahead of myself though. Anyway, we still have more money to play around with. I guess it's probably worth doing some herbore, but for that it is also worth doing the basic quest to start with. So I guess we are going to go do Jungle Potion and Recruitment Drive and possibly Dig Site. So I came here to do Dig Site quest, but obviously as soon as you enter the Dig Site, I guess, it automatically technically starts the Archaeology tutorial. So I thought, well, we might as well finish it off while we're here, because it does actually give us, if we actually go and do Archaeology, thinking about it, it's fairly simple to do on a main, because you can buy Chronauts and stuff, which is pretty nice. But yeah, this should finish it off, and Archaeology has a lot of decent relics behind it, so it might be worth spending some time doing it at some point, but I'm not prioritising it. So I've gone and spent a fair chunk of our cash on some potion ingredients, and hopefully this should get us to about 55. It's slowly getting towards that 75, and just getting up herb lore while we have money is a smart idea nonetheless. We have hit ourselves a 55 herb lore. I'm going to stop there for now. It only cost us 7 mil? Oh, what is this? Since when was that a thing? I meant to go history. Yeah, about 7-ish mil, maybe 6, but not too bad. We also have a stupid amount of prayer potions now, which is actually really nice. I'm not actually going to sell them. I will sell these though, but I will keep these because, well, we can use protection prayers, so we might as well have prayer potions. I'm trying to remember what I was going to do. Oh yeah, I bought an obby cape. Not relevant for anything, but we might as well, and that was it. I wanted to do Evil's Dave's Big Day Out. It gives a nice chunk of magic XP. I think that will get us to roughly about, I think it gets you like 49 or something like that, which will be very nice because the new boss, the mid-game boss, I've never actually touched it, but the wiki recommends about 50 stats, so we should probably do some defense training then. So I'm actually going to take note of this. There has been a couple of bugs where I guess assets have changed, which has caused things to turn in the incorrect location. For example, the Cafferby furnace was one of them. I believe it's been fixed since. I found another one. The bookshelf in Evil Dave's Big Day Out is currently sideways. Which, yeah. I swear it wasn't when I was here earlier, just in the normal thing. I think it's just in this instance. Which, sure enough, yeah, I don't really know where I'm going with this. Oh, okay, so it seems to be every bookcase which has this texture has just been rotated. Like, this one's fine, but these two, not so much. And same with that. Interesting. That is Evil Dave's Big Day Out, a quest I would always recommend getting done early on, because as you can see, there is a lot of XP you get from it. It's especially really good if you're an Ironman. Obviously this isn't, because you can, spicy stews are so much easier to get. You've got a minimum of, I'm pretty sure, 2, can go up to 6, and you don't have to worry about Hellcats to catch them. Yeah, it's just a very nice quest I'd like to get out of the way, done as soon as quickly, because what, we went from 30 magic to 45, which is pretty decent. It's skipped a bit of stuff, we got some better spells and stuff, and then just cooking, I meant agility. Agility XP is nice, and I guess herbore as well, to be fair. So yeah. So I decided, while in a questing sort of mood, we might as well knock out Monkey Madness, mainly because it's a long ass quest, and I mean the earlier the better, but the main reason is if we go upstairs now and go and talk ourselves to my man, I can't remember his name, Dariko? We can actually get some secret training for some XP, and of course what we are going to do is, because we basically have incredibly low defense, but we also have incredibly low constitution, thinking about it, but whatever, I wanted to level up defense. We get obviously XP in both, but we should gain ourselves, yeah, we get 40 defense from that, still 36 constitution, which is pretty nice. Pretty much base 40 melees. Yeah, that's very nice. It's going to knock a lot out, and we can actually wield some decent armor now. Ooh, nah, we're actually well off that. Obviously I have some money for a while. I honestly don't know how I have not bought this. Wait, actually, is technically that better? I might double check. Does the Furion make it better? Oh no, it is just the trimmed. Yeah, I don't know how I have not thought about this and buying it. It is definitely worth our investment. It gives us a pretty decent boost in damage. Actually, it is more or less like, I'm pretty sure it's, if you can get it early on an Ironman, it's insane from hard clues, because I'm fairly confident the only things that are really better than it are the Reaper, Soul Reaper necklaces, and then maybe the ones from Dunge. I could be wrong with that though, but yeah, this is an investment we should have definitely bought a while ago. Now we have it, is very nice. Obviously, as you can tell, I've been doing a lot of questing as it currently stands, because I mean it's great to do on an early account. It gets you some nice money early, some nice boost in early levels, which just makes the game so much easier. And I have done a couple of the quests I like to get out early on, such as Evil Dave's Big Day Out. But there is another one which I always like to do as early as physically possible, and that is the Succession line. I can never remember which one I have to complete for it, but it's to unlock the ability of Dive. Yeah, so this is the first one. It's Legacy of Samarak line, I guess. Timeline? Is that where it is? No. Series? Yeah, this line right here. Oh, it's Succession. It's completing Daughter of Chaos, Civil War 1, Civil War 2, Civil War 3, and Succession, because the reward is Dive, which is just nice movement ability, very nice if you can get it early on. So it's probably worth me going around and starting to do that. It does require some levels which we are nowhere near yet, but we do have to skill at some point. Oh, I think I've got to do some... Is it 40? It's 50 farming I need. Okay. So I need to start doing that as well. Which is maybe worth doing Fairy Tale Part 1 for. Maybe. But yeah, we've got to get a fair amount of levels. I'm going to focus on this right now. We are going to need to start making some money again soon. Obviously we are still sitting at a nice healthy 7 mil. But just having green cash stack just feels nice. So maybe I'll go back to some steel bars. I don't know. Right, so I know I spoke about this last time, but for getting a little bit of money, I was doing clockworks, which is what I'm going to go and do now as well, because I just tried to buy a clockwork for 16k, and either there's none on the market, or they are going for a lot of cash. I will actually double check. I'll make an invent, sell them, and see how much they are, and get back to you. Okay, so we have ourselves a full invent, and either these are just not on the market at the minute, or they're selling for way more than what they were the other day. We will put a whole load in for 11k. They insta sell 300k. How much are they going for? No, they are going for 1260 each. I guess there's not many being sold. Maybe no one's doing it in the minute, or maybe it's, I don't know. Anyway, we're going to do 1,000. It gave us a lot of money last time. It's going to give us more money this time. We obviously need to build up our money, and the clockworks are still providing some cash, but every day the steel bars are getting more and more expensive, so it is slowly reducing. So what I've wanted to do for a while now is try out the new boss. It's classed as a low level to mid game boss, so it's not too difficult to get the stats needed for it. The boss we are obviously talking about is the Flesh Crawler Seeker boss, which I am not even going to attempt to pronounce the second part of its name. The wiki does recommend base 50 stats, which we are slowly getting towards and shouldn't be too difficult. However, there is one thing which is a hard requirement that we need of 40 Dungeoneering. So since this is a hard rec, we might as well take the opportunity to go and train up our Dungeoneering. Making our way through floor after floor, and at the same time this is also increasing our combat stats. So hopefully that will benefit us in the future, and once we can get that 40 we will give the boss a go. So yeah, with our current melee stats, this is definitely not a practical boss. I mean, we're not base 50s, so that could be part of the reason, and we are only using adamant gears, but yeah, it hits too hard even through our prayers, so it's probably worth increasing our constitution a little bit and defense before we try again. Also, having a look on the wiki, it does recommend using range for the fight, so I might just pivot and get some decent range gear, level that up a bit and see how that goes. And ideally we should probably get ourselves an Ava's accumulator or a tractor, depending on which one, beforehand, as that will increase our accuracy and save our bolts or arrows. The thing with having money, it means we can actually buy things like this, which are fairly decent gear, but you just never experience on an Ironman. So we have full Robin Hood set. We've got Rangers as well at some point, which is hopefully going to be very nice for that boss we were doing, because I might as well give it another go. And as I said, it's definitely worth us finishing off Animal Magnetism. Although we don't have the 50 range for the accumulator, we can get ourselves an attractor at least. It is slightly worse, but if it turns out that it's practical to use range on this boss, we can camp out that 50 for the accumulator, and that should hopefully make it a lot easier. We'll just have to see how it goes with range beforehand. So it does seem, as obviously we have died, similar to melee, it might not be that practical until we are fairly higher up. And unfortunately range and some of melee is really awkward to train. So I might just fully pivot and go for magic instead. It's a combat style I'm familiar with, and it's not actually that bad to train up. especially if we decide to go do some Slayer and stuff, which will definitely increase the XP per hour by quite a lot. So I think that's our plan right now, is we'll train some Slayer to get some magic XP and then give it one more go. I think we'll go to 60 for God Capes and Staffs, because then we've got the Guthix Claws, which will reduce its defense by 2 levels, it's something like that, or applies 2 levels of vulnerability. So yeah, that's definitely worth knocking out our way. I think that's our plan right now, and hopefully that will be enough. So going to Slayer was definitely our right choice, as it has given us a couple of magic levels already and unlocked us a very important thing of reaching 60 combat. This allows us to unlock 2 very important things, one a lot more important than the other, and that is of course War's Retreat, pretty much an ideal hotspot for anything, like even if you're not doing combat, it's a direct teleport once you get 10k C of any boss, like added in total, to a bank and a prayer with 100, it's just an incredibly useful place to unlock. And we also have our self-Reaper assignments, which is a fairly decent chunk of XP of Slayer if we complete it daily, but I'm not too fussed, as like it's not as important on an Ironman. Obviously you can get the Hydrix and sell it for decent profit, but as opposed to on an Ironman, it's not the end of the world if we don't do it every day. These are 2 massive unlocks, especially Wars, and I think we will knock ourselves out our first Reaper assignment and then go for the 10 just to unlock that teleport. Here we find ourselves killing our 10th mole, and that is our 10th boss in total out of every boss, because I mean it's the only boss we've killed, which means as we make our way back to Wars, we can of course go and unlock Wars teleport from Wars directly. This is honestly massive. I'm glad we got it out of the way somewhat early. It just makes getting to banks a lot quicker. I know we can technically use our Ring of Fortune to get to the Grand Exchange, but I'm pretty sure even if you die in Wars, it's a safe death. That makes no difference. It just means we don't have to, I guess, buy back our stuff if we do die. But just unlocking Wars bit by bit is huge. We need to upgrade our gear quite a bit to take on this boss. And one important quest we should probably complete at that is obviously the Fremennik Trials, as this unlocks us the ability to use Fremennik gear. Most importantly, what we want is the Skeletal Armor set, tier 50 power gear, which is probably going to be our best in slot power until we either do Lunars or we just skip that entirely and go for whatever the tier 70 is, subjugation pieces, that's it. So hopefully this skeletal armor is going to be enough to power us through the boss and also speed up our training quite a bit. So how I have not done this already, I suppose it's the Ironman mindset, is we technically obviously have money. I've been doing some Slayer because I really want to get 60, so hopefully that will be enough to take on that boss. I'm just determined to get it done. I don't know if it's good money or not, but yeah, I just really want to get it done, and Slayer is probably our best way to train. But because of Slayer, what we can actually go and buy ourselves is the accuracy boosting items. So we've got the Black Mask. I don't think it matters which one we buy. Actually, probably the 10 is gonna sell because that's the one you get from the drop. Well, while I leave that in, what's the other one called? It's the Foresight? Something Sight? Focus Sight, which is the range one. And then, off the top of my head, Hex Crest, isn't it? Yes. I am surprised I remember all them. Is the major one, and that obviously boosts our accuracy for whenever we're on a Slayer task, and eventually they'll be used for the Slayer Helm once we get enough points, but that is going to be a long time off. Yeah, I think this is what we buy. Okay, I don't really care for melee at the minute, but we have Focus Sight and the Hex Crest, which, as you can see, we hover over it. It gives ourselves a 12% increased accuracy. Oh, it also gives damage increase. I didn't know that whenever we're on task. So that's just going to speed it up a little bit, get us some XP a little bit quicker, and yeah. Let's go get ourselves another task. I don't know if I'm going to record like we're on Season 4 when we get milestones or not. I have no idea. But hopefully we get 60 soon, 60 magic that is. So then I will go get a God Staff, and then hopefully we should be able to kill that boss, because we were like 30k off before. It just deals too much damage, so if we can out DPS it, then great. The other idea I had, which is a terrible idea, is get 75 prayer for... Oh, you need 75 in all stats. Never mind, it's a terrible idea. We are obviously doing some Slayer to level up our magic, and we just hit 50 constitution at some point. I honestly don't know when, but that actually unlocks an ability which I completely forgot about, and is actually purchasable, or has been purchasable. I can't say that word. You can buy it from the GE, because it used to be available through Tuska's, but that's obviously been removed from the game a while ago now. But we can actually buy ourselves Tuska's Raft. It's not even that expensive for a mill. Like that, 600k, 700k almost. We will take that, and it basically allows us to pretty much one-shot anything on Slayer task, which is really nice, and it's going to be very nice for the rest of this training. Going to speed it up even more. We got some Banshees in the minute. I'm debating switching to range, but we're almost there with magic, so we might as well stick it out. So that is our Slayer task done, but we are literally, what, 800 XP away from the magic level, so I'm pretty sure killing 2 or 3 more of these shades will actually get us there. So 1, 2, yeah, this third one here should get us the 60 magics, and indeed it does. That's really nice, as you can see, it unlocks god capes, lunar equipment as well, but I think you need 65 for lunar diplomacy, and a load of other stuff I don't have. But we also get ourselves god staffs. Most importantly is the Gothic staffs for its special attack. So I'm hoping this is actually going to be enough to take on and defeat that boss once, and not once and for all, but actually successfully get a kill, because we can weaken them, and we've got tier 60 weapons. Anything else worth of note? Not really. Oh yeah, we've got to actually unlock the spell, but that's not actually that difficult. Let's make our way to the major training arena. Okay, let us pray at the Gothic statue for the Gothic's cloak. That is better than the obsidian, I believe. Yeah, by a lot. That's a big difference in damage. Armor is also a fair bit, but damage increase is massive. I guess it is more or less best in sort until Kiln Capes and then Zuck Cape. But we can also get ourselves the Gothic staff, which is nice, but we now just need to go and unlock it over in the mage training arena by fighting the guys. It's really simple to do though. We just enter legacy mode, bring, I think you need to do it 100 times, so it's 500 runes, I believe. And once you're out, you're out. It's really simple. Okay, don't need to worry about any of that, so get ourselves 500 air runes, equip the staff. I also buy ourselves some tier 60 wandered orb as well. It's pretty worth doing. Where's our swordfish? Go full invent and then legacy mode. Yes. Autocast. Cool. Piece of cake. Okay, we are coming up on the last lot of casts now. 20, no, not 20, 4 more, 3 more. This battle mage should in theory give it, if not the next one, depending if we one-shot him here. We do, so this battle mage should give us, yes, there we go. Congratulations, you can now cast Divine Storm outside of the mage arena, which is both this spell and also the special attack. For all 3 god staffs, I believe. I don't think we have to do them individually, which is very nice. So yeah, that is basically everything that... Oh wait, I can just teleport. I don't know, I was running back. So, oh wait, I want to go here. Yeah, we are able to go back and try that boss once more. Hopefully he is doable. I don't know if I'm going to try it tonight. Maybe I'll give it one attempt. I don't know, but we want to buy ourselves as well. Because we can buy things. I can't remember what it's called. Oh yeah, this is it. The Growth Wand and Orb. Is it called? Yeah. Because you can technically get the Master's Book and Wand, but they're so much more expensive when these are identical. I don't know. I guess if you've got money to flex, it's worth doing. But right now we don't, and this is... well, we do. But this seems ideal to me. You know what, I am going to send a boss kill as well and see what happens. Okay, cool. I don't see why we won't be fine. The only thing is, I guess maybe he might be hitting too much. This seems like a reasonable invent. I'm pretty sure we'll be alright. So I guess we'll put up, jump down, and see how this goes. I'm fairly confident we'll be fine. Cool, yeah, kill any second now. Yes, there we go. We have defeated Flesh, Machia, whatever. Oh, okay, so the loot works like this. It's pretty decent XP from what I saw. Oh wait, that resonance. No, that's rejuvenate. We already have resonance. What am I on about? Anyway, 50k. Okay. I don't know if this is any good or not. It's all... maybe it's alright. It might not be as profitable as what I was hoping for. But still, it's a kill nonetheless. It's what I've been working all week for to try and get. We can definitely do him. We definitely have improvements there. And I'll probably spend some time tomorrow actually getting this down. And I will investigate the loot table. I was just trying to find a boss which is early enough to do and more profitable than steel bars to clockworks, because I don't know if I had an effect, but they have definitely increased in price as of late. Whether they still are, I don't know. But yeah. I mean, 50k is not great. If it was 500k, not even like 100k, I'll take 100k. Because what? How long was it kill? 3 minutes. Shall I do some quick math? If we average 50k per kill, it's 3 minutes for a kill, or 4 minutes for a kill. Let's say 4 divided by 6. No, wrong way. 60 divided by 4 is 15, so we get 15 kills per hour. Times that out, 50k is almost 750k an hour, which isn't too bad for, especially for an early level boss. I'm pretty sure that's better than Mole and KBD and Chaos Ellie, and it also introduces mechanics. So I mean, it's an alright boss. It's very easy. I think I know how to do like end game bosses, which is similar to that, like mechanics wise. So it's definitely easy for me. Maybe it isn't for other people, but yeah. Have a think. See if they have better drops than this. Okay, so yesterday we obviously unlocked ourselves. Well, we didn't unlock ourselves. We got ourselves 60 magic, which I guess did unlock Gothic Staff, Claws of Gothics, and a God Cape, which allowed us to get a kill on the Flesh Hatcher. Something or another, I can't pronounce their thing. I don't know how decent money it actually is, but what we're going to do is I need some runes. We are going to do an hour of it, see how profitable it is. I don't think it's going to be as good as our steel bars, but it is something to spice it up, and I want to kind of get this boss down. I don't know why, it's a new boss, I've never done it before other than yesterday, so I might as well try and learn it at the same time. So without further ado, let us teleport over and give this a go. So this will be the last kill of the hour. It's been 14 kills because we had 1 KC, and there is another 32k. So my honest thoughts, well, we made, that was about 720k in that hour, which isn't terrible. Not amazing though, especially considering we were making about 7 mil an hour with the steel bar method. So yeah, there is that, but it's still not terrible money for an early game boss, and I will give it is pretty decent XP. We've gone from like what, 60, or not 60, 50 defense to 59, which is very nice, and it also is a very good way to introduce like newer mechanics of bosses into the game, because a lot of things were very similar to, or at least a similar concept to some of the end game bosses. So I will give it that. It's done a good job of a somewhat decent early XP. What the hell is that? It does an alright job, so the money's not terrible, but it's not amazing. I'm glad I obviously learnt it, but I will give it, I might be going back for XP because it's not bad at all. I reckon getting to 70 there will be fairly nice, and the boss is fun as well and introduce good mechanics. So yeah, so I think what I am going to do now really quick while we have some downtime after, well, we don't, yeah, is it downtime? While I'm editing, I guess, is I'm going to take this opportunity and go and set up Fort and Anachronia, as Fort definitely takes a long time. Starting Anachronia, I maybe should have started a while ago, but it's not the end of the world because we're not going to be using it for a while. So it just makes sense. We'll go set up Archaeology first, then we will come back for Fort.